and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Nebraska Lottery.
Do you have a new lotto game called Nebraska Pick 4?
Yes, sir. It costs just $1 to play. There's a $6,000 top prize with drawings every day, and you can choose from 6 different bet types.
Kind of like Nebraska Pick 3 with a bigger jackpot and more bet options?
Yes, sir. Any other questions I can answer?
Yeah, I misplaced my phone. Do you know where it is?
You're using it.
Ah, so I am. You lottery people know everything.
Straight bet top prize odds 1 in 10,000.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly. Hey guys, it's Nick. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night as we bring you Bellevue West versus Lincoln Southwest, live from Seacrest Field, with kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. Lincoln Southwest has won 2 games in a row thanks to a convincing 35-13 win versus Lincoln Northeast last week, and they now get ready to face off against the Thunderbirds. Pre-game is slated for 6:45 p.m. with kickoff expected at 7 p.m., and you can hear all the action between Bellevue West and Lincoln Southwest unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown! 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome in. Don't Punt Hour. Harrison Arns still on the ones and twos. We got the former Husker, DeMornay Pierson-El, on the Allo VIP line, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. If you want to put a face to the voice or the graphic, Facebook, YouTube, X Allo, Channel 961, you can see how desperately I need a new haircut. But DeMornay Pierson-El, how's it going on a Wednesday night?
It's going well.
I'm not kidding. I look like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo right now. I'm getting to that point.
Well, you know, Halloween is around the corner, so you might want to be in character.
Hey, that's true. I could just keep growing it out this way. But I am at the point. I think by the time we get to October, it's going to be more of a mullet. We can do something with that, though. You might be on to something. Good morning, Pierson-El. But Wednesday night, nice cool on Wednesday here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Got away from the rain that we had all day Monday. And speaking of rain, I think it's supposed to be a pretty rainy day all weekend come Maryland and also for the Bears Commanders game. So that'll be interesting. We'll talk a lot of Maryland versus Nebraska football tomorrow. But before we do any of that, I do want to just talk about some of the games on the college football schedule this weekend and games that can, really shape how this season's going to play out. And one of those games being Alabama, Missouri. You got number 8 Alabama, number 14 Missouri. To me, this is a game to say how legit is Missouri. Even if Missouri loses this, they're not out of the picture. But looking at the rest of their games here, their next best win would be against number 6 Oklahoma. Although, I mean, if they only have one loss with that schedule, they'll definitely be in. But if they beat Alabama, the coast is looking really clear for Missouri, and they might be able to go ahead and make a serious playoff run. On the other side, Alabama, this will be a loss too for them, and they still got a couple of tough games. They got one versus number 12 Tennessee at home, and then another one also at home, but versus number 6 Oklahoma. Alabama, Missouri. Who do you like in that? And Missouri's at home. This is their 6-game homestand.
I like Alabama. Alabama has kind of slowed things and kind of seems like they've stopped the bleeding. I mean, games may start out close, but for whatever reason, after halftime, they make halftime adjustments and they kind of just put things on cruise control. Mizzou is, playing at home. That is their 6th home game and everything like that. I don't think they have enough to kind of, come to compete with Alabama. Not to say that Alabama is way, way better and everything like that. I think Alabama will make fewer mistakes, and that will be, the reason why they pull that game out.
Yeah, we do got Swift from Lincoln saying, I haven't watched Missouri. Is that transfer QB better than Aller? He was Aller's backup last year. So far, I mean, he's looked pretty awesome. Let me get his actual stats.
I would say they're very similar, very close and everything like that. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to say. I think the offense that they're in is fitting them better. For whatever reason, Penn State has been slow on offense for some time now. I mean, last year they weren't, the speediest. But I mean, he's more of a runner. I think he's a little bit more dynamic. They're really, really close. I wouldn't say he's better. That's not a fair statement to say.
Well, I mean, the Missouri team's looked better so far, a little bit more balanced. On the year, he's got 1,203 yards, but he's throwing it really good at 75% completion rating, 9 touchdowns, 3 picks. He has taken 12 sacks on the year. And on the ground, does not run a ton. He's got 40 carries for 121 yards, but he is a little bit more mobile. You can't even say that. Drew Aller could be mobile at times too.
I mean, they've played Central Arkansas, they've played Kansas, they've played Louisiana, South Carolina, UMass. Like, yes, they're 5-0, but that's tough after this game, and see how Missouri kind of handles a tougher opponent to really kind of see. I mean, we've seen Aller in big time games, be fine and, yes, make some mistakes and everything like that. We don't really know what's the kid's name, what's the Missouri quarterback name? Bo something? Blue
yeah,
something?
Bo. His last name, I don't want to butcher it. It's Bo. How would you say that? Prabula? I don't want to say it. I don't want to do Bo dirty like that because I will butcher
so,
that.
I think it was a close game against South Carolina, but I think this game will kind of set the stage and kind of give a glimpse of how this quarterback handles tough competition, and how things can change. We've seen Penn State quarterback in a number of high state games and how he performed and everything like that. So I can't really say one or the other is better because they've operated in 2 different areas. After his game, I feel like you would be able to definitively say one is better or not.
Yeah, and to be fair to Drew Aller, the last 2 losses in a row, UCLA, Oregon, he didn't really play horrible in either of them. The defense was just bleeding a lot of points and they couldn't keep up, but Drew Aller wasn't like bad in those games. Worse in the UCLA game than he was Oregon, but I don't think this is a Penn State's bad because of Drew Aller. I think Penn State's struggling because the coaching staff has I don't know if that offense fits Drew Aller as best as it could for what he likes to do.
It doesn't.
Yeah, so that's the problem for those guys, and they got to fix that in a hurry. Oklahoma, Texas. Texas might be out of the playoffs if they drop this one, and it's certain. Because if you look at Texas's schedule, they don't have... I mean, if you get a win over Georgia, Texas A&M, and Vandy, just maybe a 3-loss team can get in there, but I still kind of doubt it, even if you get that win over Georgia, if you drop this game.
If a 3-loss team gets in there, they would have to some way either get to the SEC championship game or, be on the cusp of getting there. That's a tall order for them if they drop this game.
I think they do. I mean, this is a rivalry game. This is a classic. Manning is going to have to play well. They are calling for Oklahoma as well. I believe, if I'm right, Mateer might be able to come back in this one. If Mateer's back, and he maybe not at 100%, but even 80%, I don't like Texas's odds at all. And as crazy as it is, this Texas team might be out of the playoffs already this early into the college football season.
Yeah, that's Oklahoma. I think is a little bit more battle tested. They're getting more consistency from their offense, not even just their quarterback, just from their offense.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense has definitely tightened things up. And this is one of those games where both sides know each other well. It's give or take. It can go either way. Both sides definitely get juiced up about it. So I'm not saying Texas is on the ropes to lose it, just because with this game, you really don't know. This Red River rivalry or Red River shootout, whichever
rivalry. The other one's offensive. Stop it.
Okay.
I'm being sarcastic. I don't know why we had to change that. It's the dumbest thing ever. Because clearly everyone was. I'm not even going to go there. Go ahead.
So, we've seen lesser Texas teams pull out this game in time. So you can't really say, Oklahoma's a favorite to win and they're just going to win just because they're the hot team right now. So we'll see.
Oklahoma's going to win. They're the hot team right now. No, I don't know for sure, but if I had to pick, I'm definitely going to pick Oklahoma, especially if Mateer is healthy. What do you think tickets are for that game at Texas?
I'll probably say the one around 100 to 130.
263 is getting price.
Ooh.
So the Longhorns still have hope that this is a game that they can win based on those prices. Another big game. Number 7, Indiana on the road at number 3, Oregon. Two undefeated teams clashing.
This is the one I'm nervous about. And this is I know who I'm taking. I like Oregon. I mean, not Oregon. I like Indiana. I know they're the lesser seed, but that coach in Indiana has them operating on a different level. Yes, Dan Lanning, like him a lot. I just don't. I think Indiana will be a little bit too much to handle. We've seen Oregon at Penn State. Penn State is not. I don't even think in the same atmosphere as Indiana with operations on both sides of the ball. That coach has them executing, playing at a high level. I think Indiana goes in there and brings their sledgehammer.
Who do you like more? I mean, this is a Heisman battle too right now. Who do you got? Who's the better quarterback, Moore or Mendoza?
I think Moore is Oregon's quarterback, correct?
Yep.
I think he's the flashy. He's been getting a lot of love because he's at Oregon and everything like that. But Indiana's quarterback, his completion percentage is crazy. His operation in the red zone. Since before he came to Indiana, he was doing that. So I don't think he's getting the national recognition that he should be. And I think just because of that, Indiana's still on the come up. People are still trying to, they're not the team kind of from last year. I want to say Indiana, but I think the Oregon guy has it just because he's at Oregon, honestly.
I think you're right, but to me, it's Mendoza. I mean, on the year, he's got 1,200 yards, 73% completion rating, 16 touchdowns, and 1 pick already. 16 TDs is in a 1 interception ratio, really nice.
It's crazy.
And then he's also got 2 touchdowns running on the ground.
So this is just something for Indiana. Again, the way that they handled Illinois. They handled Illinois, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the way that they handled Illinois. Again, I think this game will be somewhat similar, and the Indiana second half will, I think, just be a little bit too much to outlast Oregon.
And it's also at Autzen Stadium. I will never understand why this is supposedly one of the toughest places to play. Packs a whopping 54,000 people.
It's a small stadium. They're right then and there. Like, it's not anything. It's a nice arena. You know, as you coming into the university, like you're looking around, like, okay, where is it? And then all of a sudden, bam, you see stuff. I don't think it'll be anything that they can't handle. They've played in big games. You know, they played on the national level last year. They played in the college, playoff game and everything like that against Notre Dame and everything like that, which was probably a bigger rivalry than that. That was, a lot more hostile place to play and everything like that. I don't. It's not playing in Oregon. It's not. Like, yeah, you see it and, okay, this is that, and that's, gets lit for maybe about 5 minutes, and then it's back to football.
Yeah, I agree with you. Ticket prices for that one, what do you think they are?
I'll probably say $200.
$163.
That's because that's crazy.
Yeah,
and
you got Indiana coming to town.
I think this will be the best game of the week.
I think so. That's the one I want to watch.
And what time is the game? Please tell me it's a late game. I know it's not.
2:30.
A 2:30 game is crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, that's the two best quarterbacks in my mind playing in that game, and the two undefeated teams and two top 10 opponents.
You have Michigan and USC later. I don't want to see Michigan and USC that late. Like, I'd rather have that switch.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the most exciting game of the day. Like, it's Florida and A&M don't care. Texas Tech, Kansas don't care. Georgia and Auburn don't care. Iowa State and Colorado don't care. NC State and Notre Dame, Virginia Tech versus Georgia Tech. That's Florida State and Pitt. That's a pretty good game. They're playing pretty early. I would expect that game to be played later, but I think that's the most exciting game on the day.
All right. Auburn, Georgia. Auburn, not a team people are picking for the playoffs, but their playoff run would come to an end. Any chance for those guys to pull off an upset? The last two losses, they lost to Oklahoma, but again, not by a ton, 24-17, and they lost to Texas A&M, 9 A&M at that point too, only by 6, 16-10. Georgia hasn't been the strongest Georgia this year. Any hope for Auburn? And they are at home.
No.
All right. You like Hugh Freeze? Has he got that program headed in the right direction?
I think they're firing well. They're playing. I mean, they were in games. You know, they took Oklahoma down to the wire. You know, that game really could have been decided. It could have went the other way. I think Auburn is playing way better than they have in the past.
I agree with that. There's some Wednesday games too, even. Geez, there's games going on right now. I didn't realize there's games going on a Wednesday, October 8th, but there are. You do got Missouri State, Middle Tennessee, Liberty, and Utah playing right now. I'm not going to talk about those games, but there is college football on for those of you who want to watch it. You do got on Friday, though, the game I do want to talk about, Rutgers and Washington. That'll be the last game I want to highlight here before we go ahead and switch talking points. But Rutgers, Washington, Big Ten matchup. Washington's pretty good. Scarlet Knights pretty good. I mean, they're both kind of in that weird category of, I think, both one-loss teams, or maybe Rutgers has a couple. Let me double-check on Rutgers. 2 losses for Rutgers. They lost to Iowa, and then they lost to Minnesota by 3 points. Who do you like in this one? Washington is at home.
I like Washington. I think Washington plays different at home. You know, they're a strong team. They feel more comfortable. That is, from what I've heard, is a tough arena to play in. It gets a little crazy in there. Their quarterback is playing really, really well. I like Rutgers, but I think I'm gonna just roll with Washington on this one.
Yeah, I am too. Sorry, Rutgers. I would like the upset, but Washington, they're good. I mean, that's a good team. I know they got blown out by Ohio State, but they've looked pretty solid for the most part. Otherwise, and I did forget one other Big Ten matchup real quick: Ohio State, Illinois. Illinois is at home.
I think it'll be Ohio State. I mean, it'll be a good game, but I don't think it'll be a close game. I don't think it'll be how the Illinois USC game was, or I think Illinois is good. I just don't think they're good enough to beat Ohio State.
11 a.m. trap game. That do anything for you? Yeah. Illinois is at home.
No,
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think so. Even if Ohio State, we've seen Ohio State play slow, and we've seen Ohio State kind of like wake up late and still pull things out. I think it was the game before this last game. Things were situated at halftime, and then halftime showed up, and they exploded. So I'm not worried about them. Early, late, middle of the day, Sunday, they'll be fine.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Ticket price. What do you think it is to go watch a game for the Fighting Illini in Champaign, Illinois?
$100.
Really close. $6 off. $94. What do you think the spread is for this game?
That one I don't know.
14.5. Ohio State. Might
that's
take Illinois
close,
on that one.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, if it was a later game, I wouldn't take that. 11 a.m. I don't know because Illinois. If they want to go to the playoffs, right? You lost to Indiana, and that 63-10 loss is gonna hang on your head, especially if you get the loss 3. Good luck, you're not getting in, no matter what. Ohio State's the last big win on their schedule, but if they drop this game, then it's just Washington, Rutgers, Maryland, Wisconsin, Northwestern, and they're ranked 17 right now. Does a 2-loss Illinois get into the playoffs if they beat everybody else, but they lose to Ohio State and the other loss being ranked Indiana? And they do have a ranked win over USC.
It depends. It depends on how the rest of the Big Ten shakes out. Because I think the Big Ten can actually have, 4 teams back in the playoffs again, or 5 teams back in the playoffs again. I think between Penn State might have messed everything up still with the 2 losses that early. But they won't be in the number 1 or 2 spot, but they definitely could be the 3rd, 4th, or maybe 5th team to get in, just based off of the rest of their schedule. Now, people might say strength of schedule or whatnot, but I mean they take win versus losses, and the way that quarterback has been operating. If he continues on the same path and everything like that. Illinois has, some national recognition. The national coaches and people, they really like what that coach has been doing in Illinois. So I can see them squeaking in.
Yeah, I think they probably get in if they lose to it because they got that ranked win versus USC. Nebraska, even if we clean house, you got to beat Penn State. If we win that one, then we're talking shop. But real quickly on Penn State, I think they might leave a spot open for the playoffs. Because they got Northwestern and then they got Iowa, but they're on strike 3 as well. If they get one more strike, they're definitely not making it, losing to UCLA the way they did. But, I mean, is there any hope for Penn State and Franklin? They got a bounce-back game versus Northwestern at home. Then they got Iowa on the road. But then it's number 1 Ohio State on the road, and then it's Indiana at home. Can they win both of those games? Because they're going to need to.
I don't think so. I think when they play Ohio State and everything like that, that's going to be the nail in the coffin. If Penn State somehow makes it to the Big Ten championship with 3 wins, with 3 losses, that would be the only way I think with 3 losses that they get in, and a lot has to happen. I mean, for you to either be number 1 or 2 in the conference, I think in most conferences, the number 1 team and the number 2 team will both get a shot. So even if they do have 3 losses and everything like that, I think they'll be in. It might be 8 through 12, but I mean it'll still be a shot.
All right, fair enough. Before we go to break, good morning, Pierson-El. How do you like the gambling that's taken over the sports business, the FanDuels and DraftKings?
I hate it. I don't like it at all. I feel like they're creating bad spending habits. They're creating bad habits for a lot of undisciplined people.
Well, did you hear the new bill or ruling that just got passed?
I seen it. I didn't dig too much into it, but I seen that they're allowed to gamble on games.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Sounds like a dumpster fire of a decision. We'll talk about that next. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk some sports gambling on the Dome Punt Hour, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light winds. High around 67. Tonight, clear skies and light and variable winds, low around 45. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze, afternoon high near 69. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all. And full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
This fall, Baumgars has everything you need to get your farm ready for the season. Don't miss Fall Discount Day this Saturday, October 11th, for one day only. Get 17% off regular priced items. That's right, 17% off. From the barn to the backyard, Baumgars has you covered for all your field, farm, and fall fix-ups. Some exclusions apply. See a store associate for details. Baumgars, what you need, when you need it.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars.
Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Fern as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. We're raising the bar with these benches, and our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. Join the club today for $1 down, $15 a month, now through October 10th. Planet Fitness is proud to partner with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to create stronger, kinder communities. See Home Club for details.
Hey guys, it's Nick. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night as we bring you Bellevue West versus Lincoln Southwest, live from Seacrest Field with kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. Lincoln Southwest has won 2 games in a row thanks to a convincing 35-13 win versus Lincoln Northeast last week, and they now get ready to face off against the Thunderbirds. Pre-game is slated for 6:45 p.m. with kickoff expected at 7 p.m., and you can hear all the action between Bellevue West and Lincoln Southwest unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Don't Punt Hour. We got DeMornay Pierson-El on the Allo VIP line where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. You guys are welcome to join in. 402-464-5685. Give me your thoughts on sports gambling in the college level, and we'll get the actual proposal there. So to be fair, this was a proposal. The D1 Administrative Committee on Wednesday adopted a proposal that would permit student athletes and athlete department staff members to bet on professional sports. The Division I committee adopted the proposal, but it does going to have to be the Division II and Division III. They all have to accept it by the end of October. They should have a pretty good idea, and by November 1st, it will be effective if it does land. Let's see. Let's get their words for it. Let's break it down to DeMornay Pierson-El. Quote, the administrative committee was clear in its discussion today that it remains concerned about the risk associated with all forms of sports gambling, but ultimately voted to reduce restrictions on student athletes in the area to better align with their campus peers. So 2 things at once there. The change allows the NCAA, the conferences, and the member schools to focus on protecting the integrity of college games while at the same time encouraging healthy habits for student athletes who choose to engage in betting activities on professional sports. My laughable things in here, DeMornay, and then I'll let you have the floor. The quote from them is, remains concerned about the risk associated with all forms of sports gambling, but ultimately voted to reduce restrictions. Okay, so that sticks out. You're aware of it, but you vote to reduce restrictions. Makes sense. And then also the part of this, where's it at? This change allows the NCAA, blah, 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 conference members of school to focus on protecting the integrity of college games while at the same time, and the key words here, encouraging healthy habits for student athletes who choose to engage in betting activities. So DeMornay, it's just encouraging healthy habits in sports gambling. Well, I don't know what the big fuss is here. They say they're aware of the risk. What's wrong?
It's a bunch of horse crap. You know, stuff like this really pisses me off because we've seen stuff at the professional level. Kevin really got suspended for a year. Jason Terry, the guy with the Scary Terry with the Charlotte basketball team. He was under FBI investigation.
Yep.
For throwing games again. He was cleared. He didn't do anything, but still. So you're opening the door. So what's going to happen? And I hope it doesn't. But I mean, if I were to make a bet that at some point in time, we've seen last year where a quarterback was almost about to hold out for asking for more money. It's going to come at a point in time to where in a game where it matters and everything like that, somebody's going to get suspended because of illegal gambling or insider information or whatever. The athletes have a lot of information on what's going on and everything like that. Calvin really got suspended for betting with his own team and him knowing. Now, he wasn't, at the facility and everything like that, but he picked him to win with things and everything like that. So, I mean, you're opening the door. It's Pandora's box with that. I don't like it. It's not good. And I don't know what really comes from this, but bad habits to student athletes. You're already giving them a whole bunch of money.
Yep. There's that part. I'm glad you pointed that out. These guys got millions of dollars in their pockets all of a sudden.
But you're giving them a whole lot of money and not much, financial support or, financial ways to where they can, wait till they're a little bit more mature and actually figure out, what to kind of do with money. And I'm not saying that's everybody. That's not everybody, but the most people. We thought the 30 for 30 broke with something. Yeah, give it 10 years and let's see how these athletes, or give it 15 years and let's see how these athletes actually turn out. I hope it's a lot better than what things are and whatnot. But I mean, you're turning a blind eye and it's a problem and it's an issue, but we're still going to allow things. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
As you can see, I'm not a fan of it at all.
And I think that's the right reaction. This is, to me, this screams, how desperate are you guys for money? What are you doing?
Completely. Not all money is good money. Not all money is good money.
Gambling money might be the dirtiest money you can take. And that's just my opinion. You can disagree. There's nothing wrong with gambling responsibly, but
you didn't punish a team for cheating away to a national championship. Now what's going to happen when you got, anybody can be an agent. Anybody can, what happens when a bookie becomes an agent and now, is a bad influence on stuff? Because there's not ways to vet, agent-wise and everything like that. And some of these kids don't know.
Yeah.
Them being advantage and everything like that. There's a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of bad ways that this could go. There has to be some type of way to kind of get stuff under control to where people are vetted and you have certain things in place to bad things won't happen. Like I said, I hope it doesn't happen, but at some point in time, this gambling thing will come up in a big game, and I hope no starting players or impact players get suspended because of somebody tips off or somebody gives, information and it gets back to the wrong people and they look into it and they pull people because of something off the field. You're putting players in the crosshair to get in trouble, and I don't understand why not just exit out, keep things the way that they are or whatnot. So it's shocking to what they're allowing, to have being done or letting things go.
Absolutely. And the other funny part that's associated with this is there's a NARC line. They're putting a NARC line there for you as well. So what they're doing is we're going to not have the responsibility of making sure all this stuff is good. We're going to have a NARC line so you guys can tell us when you guys are cheating. Because that makes sense. Because you guys have been honest with us always. You'll be honest when you guys are cheating. This is a horrible idea. You're going to leave it up to the universities to NARC on each other. That's your solution? The NARC line? It's a hotline that you call essentially to call out, hey, I'm noticing some illegal gambling going on over here. This is a horrible, horrible thing. You don't need the money that bad, college football. If you need the money that bad, you guys need to figure out, how are you spending your money? Is that much going out the door that early? It's where your books are that broken. You don't have to copy all the other schools that are blowing through all their money. You don't have to be like them. And it's easier said than done, right? Like, I'm not there in front of the books, but I know just like morally, this to me looks disgusting. Like, why? And you could disagree with me, and that's totally fine. If you guys want to criticize me because I'm being, too soft on it, that's fair enough. But this is no. Why would you ever want to do this? You got kids with new money in their pocket, way more money than most kids probably ever had. And now their games are sponsored by FanDuel. The podcasts they listen to are sponsored by DraftKings. They got ESPN giving their daily picks of the day. And also, you mentioned it, they have connections with a lot of these NFL guys. You don't think there's going to be conversations between like, hey, what's going on with the team? Like, they're going to be able to communicate. and figure out. And then how does those guys get found out that they're doing it illegally? The narc law.
What's going to happen when some of these kids get swindled out of money? Hey, I got this bet going on. This pool. Send me this amount of money and everything like that. We'll put the picks in for you. Blah 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 blah. Now, what if a kid gives them so much money, the guy disappears on them? Now the athlete's distracted from actually what's supposed to be the moneymaker. He's mad about, trusting and believing in, somebody who seen him or seen an athlete to be gullible. Now that they mad and irritated and frustrated, they might take things into their own hand and, fly out somewhere or do some physical harm or something like that. Or their mind is not, in the game or something like that. It opens the door to blackmailing and everything like that. What good comes from this? Like, how does this benefit, one, the game of college football? On the field, the athletes who are impacted by it, the coaches who are impacted by it. Two, what does this do for the universities? I don't think it's anything good at all that's going to come out from this in any shape or form.
Just money. Just money. That's what they want out of it, and that's what they'll get out of it. The embracing of the sports gambling is only going to be bad as time goes on. You're already seeing numbers like it across the board, especially with like guys in my age group. Gambling addiction is on the rise for obvious reasons. It's because these guys cannot stop shoving it down everyone's throat. And they're like, here's $500 on us to bet $500 on the house, your first bet. There needs to be like a realization that there is an obligation to take care of the student athletes, and you guys promoting all the sports gambling and wearing it with your chest. And, now you're going to use that sports gambling to benefit your universities. To me, that doesn't mix, and it feels like a pretty obvious conflict of interest of what you're doing there. And again, the line that drives me insane with the quote that they gave out is, remains concerned about the risk associated with all forms of sports gambling, but ultimately voted to reduce restrictions. You're saying two things at once.
What does that mean? Like,
that means we want the money.
Like that, like I said, it's what like I said, what's going to happen when these kids, when athletes give out, information and not mean to, so-and-so's hurt. He ain't playing this week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of things. There'll be people, who's to say, a bookie won't pay some of these college kids, on these campuses and everything like that. Hey, see if you can get this information out of these athletes. Or, there's ways of cheating. You know what I mean? There's ways to get to people. Connor Stallions was on the sideline, with glasses and everything like that. You think some of these people won't pay some of these college kids that are in these same classes as these athletes? Hey, ask them, about these questions and kind of see what you can get out of it. You know what I mean? And they, I'll give you a couple $100 to, whatever. It's just a lot of, like I said, it's Pandora's box with this. And like I said, it's so far away from the game actually being the game. It's crazy.
Yeah, it does. It feels like Pandora's box, but the only thing that you can pull out of that box is bad. Not a lot of good in there, in my mind. And again, the quotes are infuriating. Last one, and then we'll go to break. Just to me, and again, this is me thinking how ludicrous this is. Quote, but they're also encouraging healthy habits for student athletes who choose to engage in betting activities on professional sports. What does that mean? Encouraging healthy habits. So the ones that do bet, you're going to have a seminar on what healthy betting looks like. You don't need this. You just don't, and if you need it that bad, you need to relook at your books and how are you guys spending money? I don't know if they're doing this because the pockets are already running dry. I don't know if they're doing this because they just want more money, but as you pointed out, there's a million scenarios where this goes worse than good.
It's, like I said, I don't see any benefits from the student athlete. I don't see any benefits that the university necessarily can get. I don't see any benefit that the NCAA gets. So I don't, unless they have some type of deal with FanDuel or something like that we don't know or anything like that. That type of agreement. But again, it's an educational institution. You're supposed to be helping and progressing the future of kids, and yet you're giving them fire and asking them to not get burnt.
Yeah. Well, first you showed them the fire, and you kept putting the fire right around them, and you said, "Don't go near the fire," but here it is. If you want to look at it, it's right here. Your game's actually sponsored by fire, but you're not allowed to ever come near it. And now they put the fire in their hands, and they're like, "All right, don't use it though, unless it's professional sports. But don't use it on college." Like, just shake my head on this one. This is not good in my mind. It just, again, it feels like the erosion of college athletics. When you're bringing in the sports gambling, I mean, those are the juggernauts of the world. The sports gambling, they move barriers because they have that much power. And if you want to bow down to it, go for it. But and you and me agree, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good for college sports whatsoever. We do got to go to break. We're over the clock. But that's my rant on it. You guys will probably hear it more as the week goes by. And again, this decision, if it does actually go this way, where they allow college athletes to bet on professional sports, we won't know until the end of October, likely November 1st. But it is a magnitude shift in how they've treated betting in the past. And to your point, good morning, Pierson-El, it kind of opens Pandora's box. So we'll have to wait and see. But don't go anywhere. We'll throw it to our final break here. Don't Punt Hour with the morning Pierson-El. Harrison Arns back in Lincoln.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 11th through the 18th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left it once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package,
and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment. We got Pierson-El on the Allo VIP line. Let's talk about North Carolina. Not going great for them right now. They were having a Hulu documentary that got scrapped. They're not doing that anymore. You're hearing a bunch of murmurs that the locker room is divided. They are struggling this year. Is Bill Belichick going to finish this season?
I don't know. You know, him coming down to the collegiate level, I didn't quite understand it. Just with a lot of stuff going on and everything like that, how bland and straightforward he can be. I hope he does. You know, wishing him well. I know it's not his fault for what things are. North Carolina, you know, they have to play well, but again, you're playing, you know, young adults who have to, you know, learn the game and everything like that. So hopefully he does. But yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, I'm waiting for some bigger names out there, but you get all sorts of murmurs that they are apparently already looking for ways to back out of that one. It feels like the AD is not happy. It feels like some of the other coaching staff wants out. Sounds like the players
again,
are
what as an AD, what are you going to tell Bill Belichick? There's only so much, you know, that you can kind of say, or I mean, the man has won 7 Super Bowls. You know what I mean? He's played at the highest level. He's competed at the highest level. I know the NCAA is different than the NFL, but I mean, the man knows how to be successful. So I mean, that's probably that's probably an intimidating, you know, meeting, because you go in there and say certain things, and he's going to be straightforward and say things back. So I just hope, you know, a peaceful solution gets to that situation.
I'm bringing backup if I got to do it. That's for sure. You know, and your girl is not invited to the meeting. She will not be kind to me either. She'll be very mean. Hi. I mean, it's just yikes over there. I can't believe it got bad as it did. And we'll see how true these rumors and some of these stories are, if it really is that bad over there. But it just, you know, it's crazy to think of a guy like that could be struggling so much. Like, do you think it could ever work with Bill Belichick? Like, if he makes it through the season? Because, again, I think it's like 70 new guys on that roster. I don't think they're ever really going to be good this season to start out with anyways. And it's not like they haven't won a game. Would it be wrong if they cut him early and, like, don't give him some time, at least until the next season?
I mean, I'm not sure it's even, like, them wanting to, like, cut him, or I mean, who's to say that Bill doesn't want to be there? You know what I mean?
Well, you signed a contract, Bill. You didn't have to.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's pushing his way out. I'm just saying it might not be as one-sided as it is.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of stuff coming out of there, and I just don't know exactly what is 100%. or even closely related to the truth. And it'll be hard unless, something gets done. People will make statements and they're kind of like move on fast from it. So that's a tough situation.
Well, they got California coming up next. And I mean, we'll know if he lost the locker room. That team won't look good. And they have number 19, Virginia, Syracuse, Stanford, Wake Forest, Duke, NC State to finish the year. If he truly lost the locker room, that's usually stuff you can see on the field. So it might be a good time to, like, even if UNC isn't good, see how they're fighting. See if that locker room's even all together yet. And that'll give, I feel like, a pretty good sense of that, the locker room being divided is really true or not. With that being said, though, interesting week in sports at the very least. Tomorrow, Pierson-El. Plenty to talk about. Tomorrow, we will give our college football picks. We will break down Maryland versus Nebraska. Nebraska's on the road down there at College Park. So we'll talk about all that tomorrow. But good morning, Pierson-El. Appreciate the time as always. And don't go anywhere. We got Spare Time coming up next. A couple Husker Bowlers. We will talk to you then.
Are you ready to transform your body and your life in just